Hello, hello. Happy Monday. So, do you want to become a better leader? We are really excited because if that's you, you are in the right place because today we are doing something different on our Boss Beauties page. So, if you haven't heard, we are doing a free 4-day legacy leadership challenge. So, we'll be live here every Monday through Thursday this week, and we will be doing this legacy leadership challenge. So we are super excited to dive into day one here. If y'all are out there, if you are joining us, say hello, let us know you're out there. If you have any lady friends that would love to up their leadership skills in 2020, invite them over, let them know we're here.
Yes, this week is going to be awesome. And we're really going to dig into this topic, which is so important and crucial for every single one of us. Every single one of us. So, what comes to mind when you hear the word leadership? We would love to know what comes to mind. And good morning, everybody. Hopping on. Hello, girlfriends. Yes. So, what comes to mind when you hear the word leadership? Let us know in the comments what comes to mind. And while you're doing that, for those that don't know, those of you that don't know us, or that haven't heard of us before, or you're just been invited to this challenge, we are the founders of the Boss Beauties Academy, an online business academy where we help women entrepreneurs like you to create success from the inside out by aligning their mindsets, messaging, and marketing to attract more customer sales and achieve accelerated business growth. So today we're going to bust a few of the top leadership myths that may be keeping you stuck. So let's see what everybody is saying so far. When they think of leadership, stress. Stress, yes.
Oh no.
Being a good influence, yes. I love it. And hello, all of you hopping on. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that we think of when we think of leadership. I know one common thing, and we're going to talk about some myths here in just a moment. And then we're going to talk about we're going to be digging into some important things that we need to learn to adapt and to learn in our lives to become a great leader. So I need to plug in my computer.
Yes, and tomorrow you're going to want to tune in. So we got some really exciting stuff that's going to help you if you work with people, if you have a team. So you're going to want to tune in tomorrow. But let's dive into these myths because these are going to be really important because these are what keep people stuck from developing into that powerful leader that really we all can be. And this number one is, maybe you've heard this one before, but leaders are born but not made. Right? Have you ever heard that? Like leadership is just this natural thing, right? It's like I'm born with it or I'm not. Let us know if you have heard that, because that really couldn't be further from the truth, right? Leadership is a skill, and that's what's really important to understand. And just like any other skill, some of us are going to be naturally better at certain things, but any skill can be developed, all right? So, but what is required is you got to learn, you got to show up, you got to commit, you got to practice. And think about it this way, becoming a really great leader is kind of like investing successfully in the stock market. If your hopes are to make this, big fortune in one day and cash in, right, you're probably not going to be successful in the long term. So what really matters most is what you do day in and day out over the long term. That is really where the success is going to happen. So what's really awesome here is each and every one of you has the potential to become a really great leader. No questions asked, nothing else. Like, you all can do this. And that leader that people want to follow, that leader that grows a big team, that leader that makes a difference in the world, that leader that grows a big successful business, right? Everybody has this potential. You have this potential, but it's not going to be this overnight thing. All right.
This is so true. This is so true. And every single one of us has the potential, like Lisa says, and it is a skill that needs to be developed. And I know that if you have a business, if you're a mom, we're leading every single day. And it's important and if you have a business, it's so important to become a good leader because you want to create those followers, right? You want to be able to and especially those of you who are network marketing out there, direct sales who have teams, it's so important to learn these skills that will help you to create the success that you need. And I know that I'm surprised that when I asked what you thought of when you heard the word leadership, that we didn't see many of you answer, managing. That's good, because that's something that a lot of people, when they think of leadership, they think of managing, which is the second myth here. Is that the second myth here is that leadership is control. All right. Many people believe that to be an effective leader, you got to control people. You got to tell them what to do. You got to manage them. Right. Now, there is a place for management. Management is a very important leadership role in businesses, but leadership does not mean that. Leadership does not mean controlling people, telling them what to do, giving them commands, bossing them around. Who likes to be bossed around? Nobody likes to be bossed around. I was reading, we are doing an amazing book in our academy, the How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I was reading this morning. I was reading a section in there, and I was talking about, and this is so true. He was saying that this manager, this guy, he would go into he had problems with people wearing their hard hats in the business that he was in. He'd walk into the warehouse, and the guys would not be wearing the hard hats. And he said he used to go in there and he'd be, a hard, what, and be like, get those hard hats on. Though, you need to be wearing these. Are very important, and kind of getting angry with them and telling them, get these hard hats on. Well, they put them on, and as soon as he left, they'd take them off, right? And then he learned over time that when he would walk in, instead say to them some kind things, and not boss them around, but kind of give them, just letting them know why they want to wear these. The importance of that. Hey, yeah, we have these hats for you guys to keep you safe. And just, want to let you know that those are there for you, for your safety. And you know what? They started to put the hats on. They started to wear them because they weren't being bossed around and told what to do in that controlling fashion, but they were, they were gently given the options to do the right thing, and they did. So it's really important to understand the difference between leading and bossing people around.
Yes, and this really can keep you stuck if you have this thought of leadership in your mind that you have to kind of control and manage people. This is something that's going to really keep you stuck from progressing as a leader. Because here's the thing, we'll give you a little nugget here, is the goal here is you have to inspire people into action. You have to get them to want to do something, right? That's part of your role. You can't just tell them to do it. You have to guide them. And that is really key here. So myth number three, this is probably the one I hear the most common one I feel trips people up and really gets them stepping into their leadership role and growing and developing as a leader. And let us know if you identify with this one, that you really can only be a leader if you're at the top. Like if you're at the bottom, you're not a leader, right? You're not in a leadership role. So maybe for those of you, how many network marketing friends do we have watching today? That maybe if you're brand new or you're a low rank, that you can't lead a team, or you're not a leader, but you have to be in those top high ranks. Or maybe a different type of position you have, maybe it's your title. And that really couldn't be further from the truth, because no matter where you're at in your business, you can make an impact. You can lead people. You can inspire people. You can help other people win. And you can and should start doing that right from day one. And a lot of us will hold ourselves back because we have this myth in our head, that is limiting belief that I'm brand new. Who would listen to me? How can I help anyone? Why would anybody follow me? Or I only have one teammate. So who am I to, do anything here? How many of you fall into that myth, that trap, and it's keeping you stuck? Let us know, because this is the one I hear a lot of ladies that we work with get really tripped up on.
Yeah. I'm not a leader yet. I'm not a leader yet.
I'm just going to wait till I'm at the top and then I will become a leader. But here's the thing, you're not going to get to the top if you don't start stepping into that leader right away.
Yeah, no matter where you're at, you can lead, right? You can make that impact and you can help others win. And that is really what a good leader does. And so we're going to talk about 3 areas that you got to focus on to grow as a leader, okay? Now, these are mandatory for your success. These are a must. And this first one, and like you heard me just say a moment ago, in our academy, we're doing this book together, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That is your number one task, is to grow your influence. Leadership is influence. And like John Maxwell says, leadership is influence, nothing more or nothing less. That is leadership. It is to move people into a new direction, right? It is influencing them. You need influence in order to do this. So if you want to grow team, you want to grow those followers, you want to grow a customer base, then you've got to influence people. You want to get them to engage with you. You want to get them to be to listen to you. You got to do this by growing your influence. Influence is the most important key factor in your leadership skills. So this is the one thing that we want you to take away from this day one challenge for sure, is the most importantly, how important influence is.
Yes, and here's a little thing you can do to see, how much influence you have and kind of measure results and how much work you really need to do here is just pay attention. And regardless if it's on social media or with a team, do people generally listen to you? Do they take action on what you're leading with or what you say? Do they engage with you? When you try to share things with your team, do they do anything, or are people not really listening to you? And that's a really good indicator on how much influence you have or don't have. Now, this is nothing to beat yourself up and go, oh, I have no influence. Nobody is taking action on what I'm saying, right? But here it is, ladies, if this is you and you're struggling and you're like, man, I can't get anybody to take action. Influence is where you're going to want to pay attention, study influence, learn new things you can implement and try. And this is going to be a skill you have to develop. You're going to really have to spend a lot of time here on learning how you can start influencing people.
Yes, exactly. Oh, am I echoing?
I just
plugged in my headphones and I feel like I'm echoing. Ladies, if I'm echoing, let us know. I'm plugging it. Wow, I'm echoing.
All right, ladies. So let's dive in. Oh, now it's echoing.
Is it? Okay.
I don't know.
Is that okay. So the next thing here, by the way, ladies, this influencing is something that takes practice. Practice. You got to practice this skill of influence. And we're going to give you an activity. We're going to give you a challenge at the end of this broadcast. So something that you can start to implement this influence in other people's lives. So just know that this is a skill that you can create, right? So be watching to see how people react to you when you do try to lead. Are they listening? Are they listening to you? Are they acting upon what you say? If you have a team and you give guidance and you don't see them doing what you've asked them to do, it may be a time to take a look and see why that's happening. Why are they not trusting you? Why are they not trusting you enough to take the lead that you're giving them? What is going on here? It's so important to understand this, ladies. This is a crucial number one. Yes, it is. And this is definitely something that you want to grow, get really good at. And that is influencing other people. Okay?
Yes. And here's number 2, ladies. An area you're going to really want to focus is great leaders are constantly growing in their skills and in their knowledge. Are you spending time each and every day growing your skills? Because if you don't have the skills to lead, if you don't have the knowledge to give to people and to help people, no title, no rank, no position will never develop you into the leader that you want to be or that you're meant to be. And there's really only one way you're going to become that better leader, is by developing your skills. This is also going to help you influence people. When you have knowledge that they don't have, and you can use that knowledge to help inspire people and help communicate with people, help them win, right? That's when you're really going to see people follow you and listen to you and trust you. So are you developing your skills and your knowledge every single day? Where can you become more knowledgeable? Like, do you know right now maybe where you're struggling? Where your skills may be lacking? But because here's the thing, ignorance is bliss, right? If you're not taking the time to see where you can develop what knowledge or skills, and maybe you're not sure, ask somebody. Is there a leader that you love, that you follow, that you aspire to be like? Ask them, what areas should I focus on? What should I be learning? What books are really good? How did you get so great at becoming a leader? Don't be afraid to ask for help.
That is actually one of the NLP. Lisa and I are training to be studying to be NLP practitioners. That is one of the NLP strategies here, or techniques, is to modeling, and that watching, studying other leaders. That's why reading books on leaders is very helpful, on people that have created massive success for themselves, great, awesome leaders. Learning about them, learning about who they are, and then modeling after them. That is an amazing way to grow your skills. So number 3 here, which ties right into what I'm saying here, is develop your character. Right? Develop your character, who you are. True leadership always begins with the inside, who we are on the inside, right? Inside out is where the leadership skills come from. They start within. And so, one of the reasons that people do things for you, support your ideas, follow you, do what you say, is because they like you, they trust you. And that's why it's so important to develop those character traits that people will appreciate and like. Work on yourselves, ladies. Personal development is so important. And so what are you doing daily to develop yourself? What are you doing daily to become a better person? Are you continually working on changing and growing new habits, new skills? A leader never stops learning. A leader never stops growing. A leader is continually expanding. Okay? It's continually expanding.
So how many of you are working on yourself each and every day? Are you doing personal development? Are you working on the inside so that you can shine from the outside, right? And a lot of times we get tripped up too. Well, I'm not pretty enough. Well, I don't have fancy enough equipment. I don't have this and I don't have that. And we look at these external things that we think maybe why people, are going to follow us. And that's not what it is. That leadership is going to radiate from the inside out, right? People are going to be attracted to you when you work on that inner person.
Our number one job as a leader, and the best thing that we can do for anybody, is to lead by example. Here's the next one, ladies. Number 4 here, lead by example. Okay? So we want to ask you a question. When was the last time that you achieved a major goal that you were after? Or if you have a team, when was the last time that you rank advanced? Like, when was the last time that they saw you doing the things that need to be done? When was the last time?
And this can hurt, ladies. This can be like, ooh, like, I don't want to go there, right? This can be a hard question to ask yourself and answer yourself, but this is really important if you want to develop and grow, especially for those of you who want to grow a bigger team, if you're in network marketing, advancing your business. And, this might be something you need to journal and reflect on and, have some quiet time and go, man, because even sometimes when we get to a certain level in our business and we have achieved success, we stop doing the things that got us there. And then we get into micromanaging mode and we just focus on our team, and we're not growing and we're not becoming better. They're not seeing us do those things. And here's the thing is, what do you think can happen to the people who are following you, your team's belief and confidence, when they see their leader not doing the things, not taking action, not doing, what's the thing? It's like, you do what I say, not what I do. Like, people are watching what you do, right? And if you're not hitting goals and if you're not doing the things, right, what do you think that is going to do to their belief and confidence, right? And here's the thing, this can be totally unconscious. Like, they're maybe not even consciously thinking anything, but subconsciously they're like, ooh, like, what's going on here? Like, is this possible for me? Like, here's this person that I'm following that's supposed to be helping me, guiding me, teaching me, helping me achieve success. And is it really possible for me? Because I don't see anything happening for them.
And the whole point here, ladies, like, this should be like the ultimate goal. If your business model is based on building teams, the whole goal should be to create for you to become the best leader that you can possibly be. And in turn, influence, remember the number one thing we want you to walk away from today, influence others to do the same. Because when they can become great leaders, guess what? They will learn how to influence others to do the same. And guess what will happen? They will become great leaders and they will influence others on how to do the same. That is the key to a successful business, no matter what business you're in. No matter what business you're in. So learning these skills and learning how to become a great influencer and learning. So yes, you have to be doing the work. You got to be showing them. You got to be leading by example. You got to be showing them the way. And if you are just telling them what to do and you're not doing the thing, that is going to be read in a very negative way. And people are going to just kind of back off. They're going to say, a lot of different things can happen here. People can get, oh, I'm not going to do all the work for her, why isn't she doing it? Trust me, these thoughts come to our mind. We're human, right? So we have to be showing and leading by example. And another thing is that you don't want to be showing them how to be micromanagers, because you're going to be creating more micromanagers that are going to turn off more people. There's a negative feeling that we get when people are just hovering. We feel like people are hovering over us and telling us, bossing us around and telling us what to do, because each and every one of us wants to be self-sufficient. Yes, we want leaders to help guide us. If we don't know what to do, we want that guidance. But at the same time, we want people to guide us, right? Not push us. Big difference, right? Big difference. So we want you to recommit to your goals and figure out exactly what you need to do to get to that next level in your business, and go out there and take massive action to make it happen.
Yes. And ladies, if you're someone who's watching and maybe you're struggling in your business and you're like, man, I can't rank advance. I'm doing things and I'm just really struggling. This isn't a time to beat yourself up and go, this just isn't for me. It's a time, like Tash said, recommit to your goals, take massive action, keep working on your character, keep working on your influence, keep growing in your knowledge, right? Some of us are going to take longer to develop than others. Some of us have more natural abilities and skills than others. Some of us have different experiences in our lives that have brought us the success that we have or don't have. And this all starts from the inside out. So you can never go wrong from working on that inner person every single day, developing that character, working on those skills, because it will pay off.
Building relationships. That is another part of the influence. That is another part of the factor here of the influence. Ladies, if you don't have people following you, you're not a leader. And the only way to get them to follow you, you got to work on developing those relationships with people. Deeper relationships, right? the stronger the potential for leadership, the you see in others a potential for leadership, the more that they're going to want to excel and bring it out. So we want to encourage you to develop those relationships, to be that influence, and take a look. If people are following you, there's some work you got to do. Okay. You got to look, am I leading by example? Am I influencing people? Are they listening to me? Am I building those relationships? Or am I just telling people what to do, pushing them and shoving them, and they're backing off? They're ghosting me. They're hiding. They don't want to do the things. A lot of people say, and I hear this excuse a lot. This is an excuse, okay? And I'm just going to be honest and real. I hear this a lot. A lot of people will say, well, she only joined because she wanted the discount. Okay, that right there, if you have people joining your team because they just want the discount, that's your responsibility, because when they join, that you shouldn't have been telling them up front, oh, just join for the discount. What I mean by that is, if that's the case, then you can't push that person around, because it was your fault that they joined just for the discount. So don't expect them to do more. All right? If you want that person from the beginning, you take them and you say, look, there's a potential here for you to make money and to grow a team, to be a leader and to have fun and to travel and do all these fun things. And those are the people that when they join, there's a different expectation from the beginning. You build that relationship and grow. But one thing I hear, my whole point of just saying this is take responsibility. And don't just say, well, they're not doing the things because they just joined for the discount. Okay. Stop signing people on just for the discount. Okay. That's where a big problem is. Start being honest with them. And if you are signing people on for just for the discount, then live with it. That was your responsibility. That's how you signed them on. Those are obviously not people that want to work. Then you're just going to have to live with it and hope and pray that they fall in love with the business by watching you excel as a leader. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a big one, because you do that and then you're like, oh, I got all these teammates, I'm just dragging them, they're not doing anything. Could that be why? They didn't have the right expectations right from the beginning. They didn't know what they were getting into. You weren't clear. You didn't ask them, do you just want to buy products? Do you just want to make a little bit of money? Do you just want to work when you feel like it? Do you just want to share it with family and friends? Are you all in? And that's your job as a leader, to meet people where they're at.
Yes, meet them where they're at. That is yes. Love it, love it. So with that said, we've given you a lot here today, right? We've given you a lot to think about. And the most important takeaway that we told you from the beginning, is that great leadership takes practice, skill, and commitment, and most of all, influence. So you need to become that influence. So we want that influencer. We want to give you an action step, something that we want you to implement starting today. This is going to help you become a better leader in your life. All right. And that action step is that we want you to find 3 people, not just today. We want you to do this every day. This needs to become part of who you are.
Sorry.
Find 3 people today that you can share appreciation with, that you can share an honest, genuine appreciation of who they are and what they do. Not just empty flattery, which is selfish, and a selfish act, by the way. No, we're talking about genuine appreciation for 3 people every single day, starting today. We want you to nourish the self-esteem of those around you by giving them genuine, kind words of appreciation. Are you in for the challenge? Are you up for the challenge? I mean,
let us know if you are in.
Yes. So 3 people, okay? 3 people. I read something again in the book today, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that just really stuck out to me. And, we would never think about not feeding our families, all right, for a day. Could you imagine just like not feeding your families for a day? Oops, sorry, forgot to feed you, kids. Oops, sorry, forgot to feed you, dog, cat. Oops, sorry, guess no food today. see you later. But how many times do we neglect to nourish their minds and their souls and their spirits by showing our family appreciation? That's a great place to start. You want to be a good leader? Start with your family. Start.
That's a good one. That's a good one, ladies. A great way to end this. And we'll just say we appreciate you all for showing up today, for yourselves to grow as a leader. Thank you for being here with us. If you have any entrepreneur friends, teammates, please feel free to pass this along. Let's all help one another become the leaders that we're meant to be in 2020. We're really excited to carry on this challenge. We'll be back for day 2 tomorrow here on our business page, 10 a.m. Eastern. We got some good stuff. If you have a team, you're going to really want to tune in. This is really going to help you. Super excited. So we'll see you all back tomorrow. Be sure to invite your friends or teams. This challenge is free. It's open for everybody. Just let them know it's happening. If you're new to our page, go on up and give us a like. And we'll see y'all back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Love you, ladies. Bye.